Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
What is The Briefing Room? It's a behind-the-scenes look at how the criminal justice system works and the lives of the people within that system.
If you love true crime, well, these are the real people who do the job every day of making sure justice is served.
Hi, I'm Detective Dave.
I'm Detective Dan. Together, we have decades of experience in local law enforcement, a profession that we think is often misunderstood.
So we're going to explore how to do it right, and we won't shy away from when it's done wrong. These are stories you'll hear nowhere else. Unique, frank, and unvarnished.
From the team that brought you Small Town Dicks, this is The Briefing Room. Episode 1 drops on August 30th. We'll meet you in the briefing room.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.
Hello. Welcome to Fat Mascara.
Hello. Hi, Jess.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm feeling punchy. It's been a week, Jen.
Yeah, it has been. Hi, everyone. I'm Jen. Welcome to Fat Mascara, our beauty podcast.
I'm very excited. We've been busy bees the past couple of weeks.
Ooh, speaking of, we're busy tonight, too. Real quick, I have some quick housekeeping.
Wait, what are we doing? Crap.
No, let me just tell everybody. Let me remind them in a few hours, if you're listening to this right when the podcast comes out, in literally 5 hours, we are hosting a virtual book club. I'm going to say this briefly because most likely you'll listen to this after the book club happened, in which case, don't worry. We will be playing the book club for everyone in a future episode. But right now, if you're listening right away, there's still time to come to our book club tonight. Visit fatmascara.com/book club to RSVP, get the studio link. You come into the virtual studio. We're interviewing Marissa Meltzer, the author of Glossy, Ambition, Beauty, and the Inside Story of Emily Weiss's Glossier. Like I said, if you missed the book club, don't worry. We're going to put it up as a podcast so you can listen. Okay, my housekeeping's done. Back to you, Jess.
All right. That was some good housekeeping. Thorough, clean. Feels good.
I had a Swiffer, then I got the mop out. Whenever people say housekeep, I don't know why that's the term for podcast announcements, but it is.
Well, you did it. Listen, I think that it's going to be a great conversation. I think Marissa Meltzer's really smart, and I think that book, since it's come out, it's been a little bit like Whisper Network. Like, what do you think? What'd you hear? You got your own story? Okay. Do your notes match up with my notes? The book now has a second life. So,
especially if you're in the industry and know some of the quote unquote characters, they're like characters in the book, but they're people you know personally. That's interesting too.
But if you're not, that I don't want to sound exclusionary. If you're just interested in beauty and product, I think it's super fascinating.
Yeah,
Jen, I want to extend a public thank you, the Good Friend Award and Good Partner Award, to coming to my event for Hourglass Cosmetics with the Non-Human Rights Project. It's almost a couple weeks ago now.
Was it? It feels like it was this week. This is like the longest month ever.
I know.
I learned so much about rights for non-human animals. It was so enlightening.
That they don't have any
me
right now.
Yeah, but also just the way we think about animals. It made me rethink a lot of stuff. And you were with Carissa, the founder of Hourglass. So inspiring.
And Elizabeth Stein, the litigator for the Non-Human Rights Project. And she's also Happy's lawyer. It was my favorite way to introduce her. Happy is the elephant. If you don't know about Happy the elephant, do yourself a favor. I mean, I can end up talking like 60 minutes about this. I'm not. But Google Happy the elephant. And Happy is at the center of a huge case, one of the biggest cases in animal rights at the Bronx Zoo. And it went all up to New York's highest court. And I couldn't believe that I got to talk about this and beauty in the same breath, essentially, at an event. It was so freaking cool.
It was cool. My favorite part was when the lawyer explained, she did a really good job explaining non-animal human rights. However, she said a highlight of her life was she went to Sephora to buy an Hourglass palette that is helping to fund the Non-Human Rights Project. And they were out of it. And so she was talking to the cast member at Sephora and they were like, oh, why are you so interested in this particular palette? And she said, well, I'm Happy's lawyer. And it was as if a rock star had come to Sephora. So all the Sephora people were like, let's see if we can find a palette for her in the back, because obviously when you buy these products, we'll link to them on our website and show notes.
The unlocked palettes.
They support her work. And there she was, full circle. Beautiful.
It's a really cool organization, Non-Human Rights Project. It sounds like a mouthful, but they look at animals in a different way than I love it, when people give food and shelter and all that. They do more than that. They're actually looking to get rights for animals because right now they're looked at as things in the eyes of the law.
Corporations have rights, then non-human animals need them too. Thank you.
Exactly.
It was great. Well done at the event, Jess.
Thank you. Okay, so what else? Should we move it along? Anything else to
Yeah,
share?
the news is bumping. It's like every day something new going on in the beauty industry. I'm so excited to hear everything you're bringing to us. You ready to do it?
I'm ready to do it. Okay, Jen, that little eBay exercise that we did over the summer where I spent my fat mascara bucks on old stuff.
That we kept going for all of 2 weeks worth of episodes. Yes, that was fun.
Listen, the intuition was real. According to Bloomberg News, the resale market for old, cheap perfume is skyrocketing. Millennials and Gen Z buyers are swooning over fragrances from the past. The searches according to data from eBay, 90s fragrance in the listing has experienced double-digit sales increase in August compared with 2022.
Everybody wants their Elizabeth Arden sunflowers.
Now, they didn't name check that, but they did name check. Ready? Clinique Happy, Dream by Gap. Those two scents surged by 60% over the same period. You have to kind of look at like the fashion trends, and it's really just being echoed in fragrance. And I think it's almost like what's happening with like eBay, Depop, even like on Poshmark, I'm seeing some of this stuff pop up. Old, janky bottles selling for 3 figures.
Which is weird because you could still get Clinique Happy, but people want the vintage. They want the packaging that was the packaging in the 90s. It's part of the appeal, I imagine. It's cool. It's like a vintage collection.
This thrills me to no end because I felt
You're so trendy. You're so ahead of the trend, Jess.
I felt vindicated. I felt really vindicated because I've always felt like a bit like, oh, why am I doing this? A bit weird, but you know what?
I feel like always if you do something, you'd be surprised there's other people that feel the same way. That's how we found our fam.
I don't know. I feel like, this is like our time is now. Okay. Hailey Bieber is getting serious about color. So you may have seen Hailey Bieber drop this limited edition Krispy Kreme lip peptide treatment recently. A lot of influencers got big boxes of Krispy Kreme strawberry monstrosities. Well, this is just the beginning, okay? Rhode is launching 4 tinted versions of that peptide treatment to coincide with their Euro expansion. Now, she told Women's Wear Daily that she loves correlating everything to food and different things.
You think?
Glazed donut. This is her wheelhouse. There's been a lot written about the whole food and beauty connection. The new 4 colors are ribbon, toast, raspberry jelly, and espresso. I liked Emily Sundberg's assessment, which, Jen, I saw you put up recently, that if this is akin to the Juicy Tube phenomenon about 20 years ago.
Collect them all, guys.
Collect them
of course
all.
it is. I mean, it's a lip gloss. It's got some peptides, sure. So maybe it's pumping, but like it's a delicious lip gloss.
In the same article, I think if you told Hailey to her face, this is a Juicy Tube, and it's a high compliment. That was like the most successful lip gloss. But what she's saying is it's still a skincare first brand. Very few makeup companies now are saying we're a makeup first, no skincare. It's almost like the price of entry. Have you noticed?
That's true. And we even talked about this with Lipstick Lesbians. Get that niacinamide in there, otherwise you can't make makeup these days. Yeah, or peptides or whatever it is. I do love that gloss is back. Stay tuned for my Razor-On. So.
Okay. Oh, okay. We got a sneak preview. I wonder what it is. Okay. More makeup news. H&M Beauty is reimagining their makeup brand for fall. I know some people really like the H&M Beauty. I personally have never tried it, but now I feel inspired. Renowned makeup artist Raul Alejandre is at the head, and he's doing this whole collaboration with them. They're starting in October. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. Everything is about like $10 or less.
Yeah, when I saw that too, I was like, wait, I feel like H&M makeup just came out and we're already revamping and revising. I know it was years ago, but still, it feels like a new line to me. It's interesting that you got to keep it fresh. Everything's like moving so fast. Get a new collaborator in here. You know what I mean?
The campaign is like make up, like 2 words, make up stories. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with that. I mean, they have money. They've got a big name. They'll do something creative. I hear also more people talking about Zara's Beauty being really something to reckon with. I'm wondering if this is a response to that.
Yes, because Zara was like perfume. I thought of them for perfume more than color. And now, yeah, get in there, fast fashion.
Yeah, I mean, the people are already shopping there. So if they can elevate that makeup so it doesn't feel like an afterthought or like a cheapy, just a cheapy, but something that with a little bit more fashion, a little bit more value, I think it would make sense. And then this is a quick one this week, guys. We're going to wrap it up with our little...
Oh, okay.
our little local news story, our little quirk story.
I got to find some music for the neighborhood news. Do-do-dee-loo-doo.
A little Mr. Rogers, kind of like a train.
I don't know why that's what I thought the news sound should be. Sorry. Erase that, guys. I'll work on that.
Here is a workout hack I haven't heard before, but it's going to cost you, Jen. It's going to cost you. Savina Chow, a content creator from Singapore, motivates herself to exercise every day by doing a plank over 17 open and upright tubes of Hermes lipstick at $75 a pop. I saw this via our friends at the New York Post.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I saw it with my own
tubes?
2 eyes. 17, not 70. It's a recession.
Not only do you have to do the plank, you have to open up 17 tubes of lipstick and get them vertically standing on your floor.
Yep. I mean, I would just knock them all over like dominoes. So
how long are we holding the plank for?
She didn't get there. The clip is 11.1 million Instagram Reels views right now. Perhaps somebody asked that in the captions. I don't know if she's responded.
This goes back to my bigger theory and theme, which is trends and things and tips and hacks we are just doing them for the visual entertainment of it all. Like there is no way this person happened to do this trick and didn't film it for years. And then she was like, maybe I should film this trick of mine that I do, as if that was actually something she did without a video camera in front of her.
It's ridiculous. And
also, what's the price on set? You could get a full-on personal trainer for the cost of 17 Hermes lipsticks, true?
Probably. I had a personal trainer once. That was short-lived.
Yeah, okay, so maybe this is your new personal
Hermes
trainer.
lipstick right here. Guess what? I'm holding on to it for dear life. I'm not...
Honestly, they're so good. Just one Hermes lipstick might work for this trick, but for you to hold up the plank.
She didn't need 17.
Oh my God. Also, do you remember planking? Not the like yogic way on your arms with core strength, but when people would just lay face down on things in the 2010s, it was like an early meme. You don't remember this?
No.
Oh my God, my friends and I would do it at parties and we thought we were hilarious.
Wait, is it just lying down on the floor?
It's just lying face down on something. And like kids were getting in trouble because they were doing it in weird spots or whatever. It's just like in the middle of the subway, or I think it was around the time that like people were doing the like Four Loko in the cabinet.
Yeah.
You remember that era?
Yes.
What was that called when you would just like hide a drink? Or Zimas. Were they Zimas? I can't remember what drink. I'm aging myself right now.
It was a Four Loko. It'd be like in a shoe or something.
Yeah. And if someone found it, they had to chug it. You remember this, right?
I do.
Planking was happening around that time. And it feels like that was the modern era, but I think if we did the math on it, it was probably 10 to 15 years ago.
It was definitely 10 years ago, Jen.
Yeah, planking.
I missed.
Should we bring it back?
Was I just...
You missed planking?
Was I just like stepping over people? Like, excuse me. Are you okay?
It might have been at the before Instagram. Like, I don't know how we were seeing pictures of this. Maybe online. Maybe it was Instagram. I'm going to fact check this, guys, and get back to you. But like, DM me if you remember planking.
I'm going to cry.
That's what I thought you were going with when this content creator and Hermes
No.
lipsticks. But okay, so if we want to get fit and a stronger core, we're going to set up an obstacle course of luxury lipstick for ourselves. Love it.
Yep.
Great. See you on the Razor Wand side.
Oh, the capsule wardrobe. Jen and I have been writing about this, reporting on it, covering it for years. But where does one find a capsule wardrobe?
Yeah, like the timeless classics that you can put together in any way. It's mythical, isn't it?
They make it sound so easy.
They sure do.
Enter Quince.
Now it is easy. It is easy with Quince. Oh, I love this brand, this site so much. Just timeless classics. All the pieces you need in your fall wardrobe to upgrade it. That's what Quince has for you. And they are such good quality, but they don't cost a lot. I raved on our episode, I think it was the 500th episode. I was like my favorite sponsor of all time because I got a linen pajama short set for $59. I wear it out. It's not pajamas. It is a straight up outfit. I just bought it in another color. I bought the navy because the first time I got the black and I was like, I need all of them. They do Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They have silk. They have really nice quality things. They even have bedding. You can get linen sheets for like half the cost of the other sheet companies. It's all there at Quince. You can have your capsule wardrobe.
This is the chic lifestyle you've been craving for a fraction of the price. Take the drama out of planning an outfit and upgrade your closet with Quince today. Go to quince.com/fatmascara for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/fatmascara and get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/fatmascara. So Jen, I was talking to a friend today and she said, I feel like my skin is changing. And I said, well, your skin does change as you get older. It's just an inevitability. But there are things you can do to help slow it down. Meet Hyacera, a supplement from Ritual designed to promote skin support from within, with clinically proven, yes, clinically proven ingredients to minimize wrinkles after 90 days.
You know I love that clinically proven. And yes, there are let's take action, people. Hyacera is a once daily skin support supplement with 2 clinically proven ingredients. And you know I checked these studies when they came on as a sponsor. There's Ceratique and Hyabest. In a clinical study done by an independent research lab, Ceratique proved to help reduce wrinkles and fine lines in 90 days. And then Hyabest significantly improved skin luster and suppleness. Love that. Compared to the baseline. So you just take this once a day. It doesn't give you the weird burps. It has a nice vanilla scent to it. All non-GMO ingredients, vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, no artificial colors, all that good stuff. And it helps your skin.
Reduce wrinkles without compromising on clean science. Hyacera from Ritual is a skin supplement you can actually trust. Now, Ritual is offering our listeners 30% off during your first month. Visit ritual.com/mascara to start Ritual or add Hyacera to your lineup today. When you're getting married and planning a wedding, there's so many things to keep track of. It's a lot of fun, but it's also really overwhelming. But you know what can help with that? Our sponsor, Zola.
That's right. When you're getting married, it's not just about the big day. It's about all the days along the way. And Zola's here for all of them. I actually used Zola to help plan my wedding. And I remember the day Eric and I set up the website with all the little details to share with the guests and clicked publish. It was such a fun day. And then I used Zola and they had this great part of their website building tool where you could give, I'll just call them gentle gift suggestions for your guests.
Very just gentle, tasteful suggestions.
You can do a registry, of course, but we created one of those cash funds for our honeymoon with pictures of where we wanted to go. Plus, Zola's also there on the days when you feel like, forget it, I don't even want to have a wedding. I remember I had that moment. It involved, there was like this huge family debate about the seating options at the wedding and whether they had backs or not. I kid you not, benches versus chairs, like almost derailed the whole wedding.
What did you eventually choose?
It's complicated. Let's talk about Zola, which is much easier because even on those days when things were, complicated, there's the Zola community. It's a free and judgment-free community of other engaged couples who know exactly what you're going through.
If you're getting married or planning to get married, or you're already married and you're just finally getting around to planning a celebration, start planning at Zola.com. That's ZOLA.com. Okay, everyone, it's time to raise a wand. We have Asma all the way from New Zealand. Thank you.
Hi, Jen and Jess. This is Asma from New Zealand, and I'd love to raise a wand to Jo Malone's Cologne Intense Dark Amber and Ginger Lily. It's a beautifully woodsy and clean amber. It's the cleanest amber I've ever smelt. It's a really relaxing scent to me, almost like a spa, and it makes me feel like the most beautiful version of myself. Thanks. Love the pod.
That's a good one. I love some Jo Malone London. And if you're wondering why she was sharing that. Remember, we asked everybody, the homework was, what's a fragrance that makes you think of love? Well, that homework is now done because it was tied to a live podcast that Jess and I did with Givaudan Parfums. Why did I say it like it was half French, half English? Givaudan Parfum. Parfum. Yes. We got to interview a perfumer and their marketing director about what is love, what it means to Gen Z, and we talked about what that smells like. So we're going to bring you some highlights from that live podcast in a future episode, but we'll also in that episode share our love fragrances, which right now it's like a March Madness for me to decide which fragrance in my collection should be the identifying love fragrance because I have so many different types of love, my comforting, my sexy, my whatever. So stay tuned. It's actually next week. We'll be sharing that on that. We have new homework in the meantime, don't we, Jess?
Yes. So the new homework is, listen, it's rough out there. Things are expensive. Have you noticed? Seriously.
Wait, I went to 7-Eleven to get road snacks for a road trip last weekend. And, my usual $20. I get the same thing every time. Like, Eric gets this, I get that. 2 snack packs, 2 drinks. It was $20.
I think you got out really easy. What did you get?
You think?
Yeah.
He gets a sugar-free Red Bull. I get a seltzer. And then we get Chex Mix and corn nuts. I think it was the Red Bull. Red Bull's like $6 now. I don't know.
I think it's because I have to get 4 things that Lake may or may not like. Like she might refuse them, like for like the little king, It's
like yesterday, I love those, Mom. Today, they're my mortal enemy.
Yeah.
The little king. Did you just call?
Yeah.
Like she's a tiny tyrant.
Yeah.
With a scepter, ready to like, no, Mommy. How dare you? Off with her head.
But no, it's serious. I was telling Jen before, I'm like, I went to McDonald's the other day and I don't even get like a real meal. I like piece together something. And it was $14. You used to be able to get 2 value meals. I mean, don't get me started. And I'm not even going back that far. Things have gotten out of hand.
But it's also confusing because like beauty products, you can still find amazing beauty products for $6, but you can't even get lunch for $6.
The irony is not lost on me. We talk about luxury beauty products a lot on this podcast. I just interviewed somebody who has a luxury brand that is like wildly indulgent. But I'm just talking about baseline needs. Cost of living lip balm.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's face it, you need beauty. So we want to know your beauty bargains. That's what we're getting at. It's Bargain October, everyone. Get into it. What are the beauty products that you go to Target, you go to CVS. I don't know what those stores are in Singapore where we have a lot of listeners, or in Sydney. I don't know the mass retailers there, or New Zealand. Whatever your mass retailer is, your drugstore, your chemist around the corner where you get those. I was thinking about, do we need to put a price limit on this? But I think bargain is subjective. So I'm going to let you all decide what a bargain is, right?
I'm going to let you guys decide.
But like that thing that you tell your friends, like, don't sleep on this, just go get it. It's so worth the money. I want to hear about those products. You know how to send them to me and to Jess. Call us, 646-481-8182. It's right there in the episode show notes. Scroll down on your phone, you'll see it. Or email us a voice memo. You know how to make a voice memo. Just record your little voice, send it to me. If you mess up, I take out the mess ups. Like you don't have to restart.
You know what? Nobody knows that.
I'm reminding them. It's the same as like I do this for Jess and me. I take out our mistakes.
Yeah.
So send it to me. If you mess up, you don't have to start over the voice memo or the voicemail. Just be like, Jen, take that out. And I will.
Jen, take that out.
Yeah, you can treat me as an editor. Jess does all the time. It's fine.
Jess does all the time.
You do. You do.
I try to keep it clean.
No, I know. But when we make mistakes, well, actually, Enrique does that for us. Thank you, Enrique. We love you.
We love you.
Okay. Let's raise our wands. How about you go first?
So it's for my little king, my little queen.
I like thinking of her as a king, actually. It works better.
The little king.
The crowd's a little bit too big and too short. I picture her in like a kid book. Okay.
So we do, that's really cute. So we take baths and showers, and she brings in like a million toys. And her thing right now is filling up the bath with like as many bubbles, but also washing all of her Barbie's hair. By the way, her Barbies all have like the worst, most dehydrated, like Brillo hair. It's so horrible. It's so horrible. I can't even.
Barbies
touch
don't
it.
have a no wash day in the household.
No, they're like triple.
Their
quadruple.
scalp is dry.
It's so bad. So she washes all her dolls' hair. She'll bring like 4 dolls in there, and then she doesn't want to wash her own hair either. So anyway, I'm going to speed it up because no one wants to hear about this too long. But my point is,
I do.
I find this very distressing when she's using. And it's not like I'm using like La Mer for children or anything, but when she's using like a nice or decent shampoo, I don't like seeing this waste because one time I was showering and I was just doing my own thing and she was like down, like doing her own thing. She had poured out at least almost the whole bottle of something. And I'm trying to teach about waste and conservation and not wasting. Well,
yes. Especially when it's Alterna Caviar or Kerastase or Whey. Like,
right.
Come on now.
So the Suave Watermelon, it's like a 3-in-1. She loves the color. It's a huge lime green pump shampoo. She can do her dolls. And I still say only like 1 or 2 pumps for the dolls. She can do her body. I'll do her hair. It smells good. She loves the smell. It smells like a Jolly Rancher. And I don't have a panic attack because it's a great value. I even use it on my body a lot because it's just this nice big pump. Do you see the nice big pump?
$3.98, guys. I'm also intrigued by the character on the front.
Yeah, it's like a crazy little character.
You need to know a little bit what species that is. Is that a parrot?
It's just wild because it's watermelon wild.
It's a parrot who's wearing like Chanel Vamp nail polish. Do you see this?
Yeah. I see her every day.
She's also got like on point lashes. One eye has lime green shadow. A great little hairdo like Harry Styles, like a little wave up there. You see that? What is this? Okay, back to the Suave Watermelon Wonder, 3-in-1.
I can do it all, and I can like relax when she's going a little crazy because I know that I didn't pay $99 for it. But I also we're still also learning about not wasting. So
yeah. And as we're learning that lesson, while we wait for that to click in with the little king, she can be using this. And even after, she should be using this because we're a sustainable family.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
I like that I've included myself in that.
And the dolls they get clean too. What is yours?
Well, you already know because I teased it and I thought it was like all circumspect. Is that the word I want? No.
I don't know, but I like it.
It's a lip gloss, everyone. I'm known for my matte red lip, but Tower 28 came out. I think they're new. They're the Shine On lip jellies, and they are so delightful. And here's why. Actually, the Rhode one is good, but what I don't like about the Rhode is that the applicator tip has the hole in it, and you're meant to rub it around. I need a beaver tail. I need a doe foot. I need a little spatula.
Explain what a beaver tail is, because like that took me by surprise when you said beaver tail.
It's the applicator that's like a wide paddle. Looks like kind of like a beaver tail with a tiny bit of foam around it. One of the standards, I think.
I love that, beaver tail.
I would call this a little bit of a beaver tail, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of lip glosses that come in the tube with just the hole in the tube. I feel like they get so messy and then it smears all around.
It gets fur on it.
Well, yeah, and it also just gets outside the line of my lips. So I want a more direct applicator with my lip gloss. Sorry, that's just me. And there's a great applicator on this. Like it lays down like a good, and they taste good. So there's 2 colors that I have to give my shout out to. One is pistachio, which is like this pinky beige. But this one, XOXO, is so universal. It's like a clear watermelon pink jelly that looks like super bright in the tube, but on any lip tone, like if you have dark lips, it'll just give a little pink flush to them and some gloss. If you have pale lips, little pink flush and some gloss.
It's a very pretty color, just like even the tube. It's nice to look at.
I know, it looks so much, it's like neon almost.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, they're so fun. Those Tower 28 people know what they're doing. It's a good brand. Anyway, raise a wand to that. I think it's $16.
I don't have any Tower 28. I got to get familiar.
You got to get into it. Yeah, head over to your local Credo or wherever they sell it. And that's my raise a wand.
Awesome.
Let's go take a shower with 4 Barbies and then go to sleep. and get our beauty sleep, everyone. And we'll see you on Friday.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us, or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Raise the Wand product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.
Acast powers the world's best podcasts. Here's a show that we recommend.
What is the briefing room?
It's a behind-the-scenes look at how the criminal justice system works and the lives of the people within that system.
If you love true crime, well, these are the real people who do the job every day of making sure justice is served.
Hi, I'm Detective Dave.
I'm Detective Dan. Together, we have decades of experience in local law enforcement, a profession that we think is often misunderstood.
So we're going to explore how to do it right, and we won't shy away from when it's done wrong. These are stories you'll hear nowhere else. Unique, frank, and unvarnished.
From the team that brought you Small Town Dicks, this is The Briefing Room. Episode 1 drops on August 30th. We'll meet you in the briefing room.
Acast helps creators launch, grow, and monetize their podcasts everywhere. Acast.com.